Jurassic Park by Michael Crichton, read by Nathaniel Hale. The main road. Rain jumped loudly on the roof of the Land Cruiser. Tim felt the night vision goggles pressing heavily on his forehead. He reached for the knob near his ear and adjusted the intensity. There was a brief phosphorescent flare, and then, in the shades of electronic green and black, he could see the Land Cruiser behind, with Dr. Grant and Dr. Malcolm on his side. Neat. Dr. Grant was staring out the front windshield toward him. Tim saw him pick up the radio from the dash. There was a burst of static, and then he heard Dr. Grant's voice. "Can you see us back here?" Tim picked up the radio from Regis. "I see you." "Everything all right?" "We're fine, Dr. Grant." "Stay in the car." "We will, don't worry." He clicked the radio off. Regis snorted. "It's pouring down rain. Of course we'll stay in the car," he muttered. Tim turned to look at the foliage at the side of the road. Through the goggles, the foliage was a bright electronic green, and beyond he could see the sections of the grid-patterned fence. The Land Cruisers were stopped on the downslope of a hill, which must mean they were someplace near the Tyrannosaur area. It would be amazing to see a Tyrannosaur with these night vision goggles. Real thrill. Maybe the Tyrannosaur would come to the fence and look over at them. Tim wondered if his eyes would go in the dark when he saw them. That would be neat. But he didn't see anything, and eventually he stopped looking. Everyone in the cars fell silent. The rain thrummed on the roof of the car. Sheets of water streamed down over the sides of the windows. It was hard for Tim to see out, even with the goggles. "How long have we been sitting here?" Malcolm asked. "I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes. I wonder what the problem is. Maybe a short circuit from the rain." But it happened before the rain really started. There was another silence. In a tense voice, Lex said, "But there's no lightning, right?" She'd always been afraid of lightning, and she now sat nervously squeezing her leather mitt in her hands. Dr. Grant said, "What was that? We couldn't quite read that." "Just my sister talking." "Oh." Tim again scanned the foliage, but saw nothing. Certainly nothing as big as a Tyrannosaur. He began to wonder if the Tyrannosaurs came out at night. Were they nocturnal animals? Tim wasn't sure if he had ever read that. He had the feeling Tyrannosaurs were all whether day or night animals. The time of day didn't matter to a Tyrannosaur. The rain continued to pour. "However, rain," Regis said. "It's really coming down." Lex said, "I'm hungry." "I know that, Lex," Regis said, "but we're stuck here, sweetie. The cars run on electricity and bury cables in the road." "Stuck for how long?" "Till they fix the electricity." Listening to the sound of the rain, Tim felt himself growing sleepy. He yawned and turned to look at the palm trees at the left side of the road. And it was started by a sudden thump as the ground shook. He swung his head back, just in time to catch a glimpse of something of a dark shape as it swiftly crossed the road between the two cars. Jesus! What was it? It was huge. It was as big as the car. "Tim, are you there?" He picked the radio. "Yes, I'm here." "Did you see it, Tim?" "No," Tim said. "I missed it." "What the hell was it?" Malcolm said. "Are you wearing the night vision goggles, Tim?" "Yes, I'll watch." "Was it the Tyrannosaur?" Regis said. "I don't think so. It was in the road." "But you didn't see it," Regis said. "No." Tim felt bad he missed seeing the animal, whatever it was. There was a sudden right crack of lightning, and his night vision goggles flared bright green. He blinked his eyes and started counting. 1 1,000, 2 1,000. The thunder crashed, definitely loud and very close. Lex began to cry. "Oh no!" "Take it easy, honey," Regis said. "It's just lightning." Tim scanned the side of the road. The rain was coming down hard now, shaking the leaves with hammering drops. It made everything move. Everything seemed alive. He scanned the leaves. He stopped. there was something beyond the leaves. Tim looked up, higher. Beyond the foliage, beyond the fence, he saw a thick body with a purpled, grainy surface like the bark of a tree. But it wasn't a tree. He continued to look higher, sweeping the goggles upward. He saw the huge head of the Tyrannosaurus just standing there, looking over the fence at the two land cruisers. Lightning flashed again, and the big animal rolled its head and bellowed into the glaring light. Then darkness, and silence again, in the pounding rain. Tim? Yes, Dr. Grant? You see what it is? Yes, Dr. Grant. Tim had the sense that Dr. Grant was trying to talk in a way that wouldn't upset his sister. What's going on right now? Nothing, Tim said, watching the Tyrannosaurus through his night goggles. Just standing there on the other side of the fence. I can't see much from here, Tim. I can see fine, Dr. Grant. It's just standing there. Okay. Lex continued to cry, sniffling. There was another pause. Tim watched the Tyrannosaur. The head was huge. Looked from one vehicle to another, then back again. And it seemed to stare right at Tim. In the goggles, the eyes glowed bright green. Tim felt a chill. And then as he looked down the animal's body, moving from the massive head and jaws, he saw the muscular forearm. It waved in the air, then it gripped the fence. Jesus Christ, Regis said, staring out the window. The greatest predator the world has ever known. The most fearsome attack in human history. Somewhere in the back of his publicist's brain, Regis was still writing copy. But he could feel his knees begin to shake uncontrollably, his fibers lapping like flags. Jesus, he was frightened. He didn't want to be here, along all the people in the two cars. Regis knew what a dinosaur attack was like. He knew what happened to people. He had seen the mangled bodies that resulted from a raptor attack. He could picture it in his mind. And this was a Rex. Much, much bigger. The greatest meat eater that ever walked the earth. Jesus! When the Tyrannosaur roared, it was terrifying. A scream from some other world. Regis felt the swelling warmth in his trousers. He peed in his pants. He was simultaneously embarrassed and terrified. But he knew he had to do something. He couldn't just stay here. He had to do something. Something. His hands were shaking, trembling against the dash. Jesus Christ, he said again. Bad language, Lex said, wagging her finger at him. Tim heard the sound of a door opening, and he swung his head away from the Tyrannosaur. The night vision goggles shrieked laterally. In time to see Regis stepping out through the open door, ducking his head in the rain.